Here's the deal. I absolutely loved it. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage and Strange World is Disney's newest animated movie. It's a classic fantasy action-adventure that really takes us to a strange world. It was directed by Don Hall and written and co-directed by Qui Win. And it basically combines so many things that I love about movies. It's one of those that is absolutely awe-inspiring through the incredible animation and creativity. I can only imagine what kind of effect this movie must have on a young child who is seeing this on the big screen, when even myself at 36 years of age was completely taken by it. It's exciting, it's fun, it's super emotional, it has a wonderful message, and honestly, it just feels as if the filmmakers genuinely want to make the world a better place. Yeah, I think it's really that great. It tells the story of the Clade family, 3 generations of Clades to be precise. First, there was Jaeger Clade, voiced by Dennis Quaid, a famous explorer whose biggest goal was always to get past the giant mountain range that sat around the fictitious land of Avalonia. Then there's his son, Searcher Clade, voiced by Jake Gyllenhaal, who didn't share his father's passion or obsession for exploring and became a farmer. A famous farmer though, as his discovery, this strange electric plant, turned Avalonia into this energy utopia. And he also has a son, Ethan Clade, voiced by Jabuki Young White, a teenager who obviously has a head of his own as well and doesn't really want to follow in his father's footsteps as a farmer. In a small but crucial and foreshadowing early moment, he lectures his father, who is concerned with the wheat on their farm, that wheat are also just plants, only that his father doesn't want them there. And this already points to what's about to happen once we enter the titular Strange World, which is the world beneath that of Avalonia. A world in which everything is alive. A world populated with amazing, wondrous creatures. It's almost needless to say, but the animation is out of this world, pun intended, gorgeous. The quality is fantastic from the get-go, as you expect, with different styles as we are being introduced to these characters, which is done in a homage to old pulp magazines. But once we embark to this adventure in the strange world, the movie is really showing what it's capable of. It begins with this amazing journey there with this giant airship, and it's executed just spectacularly. And the main aspect here is probably color design. The visual language of this movie is absolutely stellar. The clear choices for the colors of the characters, the dominance of certain shades, and then the contrast to the world around them. When that airship travels underground, everything is pretty dark and grey, except the new creatures that they encounter on their way. They are these vibrant, glowing, reddish, pinkish flying things. And that's only the beginning. The color design, the creature design, the world design, it's beautiful. And not just because it's beautiful to look at, but because it perfectly fits to what they are going for. This living fluidity. Everywhere you look, there's something to discover, something moving. And yet, through the colors and design decisions, it's not overstuffed or cluttered, but all very clear and pleasant. And exciting. It's an exciting, Jules Verne-inspired movie that moves at a pretty fast pace. But without forgetting about its characters or themes. They are always front and center. At the center of the overall plot is this mystery that needs to be solved. But then you have the level of the characters. Basically a mirrored, double father-son relationship or conflict. The wish or expectation that your son sees the world as you do and wants to do the stuff you like to do. On a bigger picture, it's a movie about generational conflicts, which then also leads to the message of the movie. And all of these aspects are perfectly interlinked. You can see what kind of character someone is by their actions, how they react to the world and its challenges. While the grandfather basically tries to just kill everything with fire, the youngest one looks for an option that everyone or everything can live together in harmony. Just through the animation alone, it's awesome to see Grandfather Clade in action, how he fights these giant creatures. But it's equally awesome, or even better, to witness how Ethan is interacting with the movie's cute sidekick. Strange World features a fun and goofy dog, one with only 3 legs though, but its main attraction when it comes to the Disney tradition of quirky, comic relief animal companions is a little blue being that gets named Splat. It's absolutely adorable and fun. And again, it's so great because it links to all of the movie's strength. It plays a key role for the characters and the story and the themes. Now, I just have to mention something that's absolutely noteworthy when it actually shouldn't be, but because we live in the world we live in, it is. And that is that Ethan, who is basically our main protagonist, is gay. Just like that. Disney has been criticized for virtue signaling, and rightfully so, for representing members of the LGBTQ community in their movies, but more often than not showing that in moments that are so small and insignificant that you can easily miss them by just blinking at the wrong time. Well, it's different here. Ethan is gay, and it's so wonderfully not a big thing, and therefore kind of a big thing. In the beginning we see how he's reacting when his crush arrives at their farm. And then his father approaches them, and for a moment you think, oh, this might be an awkward moment, he probably doesn't approve of this. But no, he already knows it and he's totally cool with it. As he should be, and it's great. And then later when Ethan meets his grandfather for the first time, he tells him about his special someone. And again you think, oh well, his father is this cool guy, but his grandfather is a different generation, and this might probably be one of the movie's conflicts moving forward. But again, no, it's completely cool and normal for him too, as it should be. And I was almost crying in the theater because this just moved me so much. Homophobia is just something that doesn't exist in the world of the movie, and that's awesome. I imagined what it must be like for young children to see this, and what a wonderful message it sends. The movie doesn't need a conflict about his sexuality, it's beyond that. What it's very much about is the future and how people can learn and adapt and take care and take responsibility. In a super powerful dialogue, Searcher Clade is talking about his legacy, which is the discovery of these electric plants, and what he's about to do. The metaphor is easy to decipher, but very striking nevertheless. It's just a great film. And did I already mention that I love Splat? So, in German I'd say, Strange World ist einer dieser magischen Filme, die mir auch heute noch zeigen, warum ich Filme liebe. Ein wunderschöner, emotionaler, inspirierender und fantastisch animierter und erzählter Animationsfilm, der einfach lebt. I give Strange World 9 out of 10. It's more like 8.9, but I don't do that.
Didn't see that coming.
Alright, that's it like always. Comment below and let me know what you think about Strange World. You can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd and also on Patreon, simply at TheJimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.